Super progressive, what is good? I hope everybody's having a great week. And in the spirit of our focus on the producers in the progressive underground scene, as well as the DJs, we have a very special guest, someone who I met for the first time at ADE, but I've been a fan of her music for a very long time. She's featured on our favorite labels like the Soundgarden, like Mango Alley. And yeah, without further ado, our guest today is Rocio Portillo. Rocio, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you to you. Super nice introduction. You can pronounce my name super well. So thank you.
So excited for this chat today. There's so many questions I have because I find your music and the way you share your music with your audience incredibly unique. We're going to go through it all. But first of all, let's start with where we met, which was ADE. Think we met for the first time either at the Soundgarden Q&A or just after your performance uh, on the day of the Hernan and Nick Warren back-to-back set at Western Uni. Can you talk to us a little bit about how your ADE was this year? Because for me, it was like one of the best weeks of my life.
Oh, me too. Really, I feel the same. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Really, it was huge for me. My first time in Amsterdam. So imagine how I was super happy. And I don't know, was super beautiful. All the industry, all the people, producers, I don't know, it's amazing for me. It was like, I don't know, super crazy vibe, super crazy situation. So I'm so grateful for that opportunity. I'm so lucky for that. And I really can't complain about all my Europe tour, my first Europe tour. I'm from Argentina, so I'm very pretty far away for home. But I really can't complain. I can play with Hernan and Nick that day that we saw. I saw you. You were working, and I was super amazing to see you with the camera and all the stuff. And I say, "What's him? Yeah, it's him. I have to say hi." And I'm a huge fan of you and your interview. So yeah, I have to say hello. And that situations happen with all a lot of people that I never saw in person. So super happy about that, and I'm super grateful with Petra and with Nick and with Hernan that always helped me a lot. So yeah, it was amazing. So,
As I've spoken to more and more DJs that got to go to ADE, they said one of the most beautiful parts of the week is to meet the producers behind the tracks that you've been playing throughout the year, and honestly, just say thank you for the amazing music. That's kind of the whole vibe I got like the entire week.
yeah, to can meet the humans, no, the real people. I don't know. I have to come back every year. I decide that this year, and maybe I don't know, live there.
Yeah, right.
Can- I want to live there. I don't know. So yeah, it was super huge. The best gig I have here in Europe for sure.
I feel like the entire industry, whether you're a producer and a DJ, me as a journalist, everybody is kind of riding like an emotional high and coming out of that week extremely motivated. And it comes at a great time in the year because now to New Year's moves so quickly. And I just you can kind of see it like speaking with everyone. It's really refreshing and everyone comes out of the week super motivated to
Yeah,
get back in the studio, continue on with their DJ gigs, and just keep pushing. Because sometimes, as a producer and a DJ, we're all living our dreams being a part of this industry, but being in
yeah,
the underground, and especially with a sound that has a niche following, isn't isn't like the popular or pretty sound, let's say, in the electronic music world.
yeah.
Um, there can be tough moments and moments of doubt, but coming out of this week, everyone's like, let's go.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's happening that for me, it's happening the same in Ibiza, no? I have a show with Nick and Hernan in Cova Santa, and it's pretty like the same, no? It's not a sound, the progressive house in general, and another kind of houses. But yeah, you are right. You are completely right. It's a place for us. So this is amazing. And yeah, I come back to my home here in Spain, in Barcelona. And yeah, I was super motivated. I was like, I have to come back to the studio. I have to produce more. I have to, I don't know, plans for another year to come back. And yeah, it was super nice. I was super grateful with all the Watt family and with Hernan and Petra too for that. It was amazing.
Can we talk a little bit about because um we I saw you at the Soundgarden showcase event and they had that awesome Q&A beforehand. And but what I couldn't shake or the most obvious takeaway from that for me was there's certain labels, I'd say Soundgarden, Sootbeat does a great job of this too, where it's more than just a collection of artists releasing on the same label. Like you guys are all friends. It feels like a family vibe. Like not only do the artists support each other, but everyone's friendly with the clubbers on the dance floor. Everybody knows each other, respects each other, appreciates each other. What's it like to be a part of that?
Oh, it's amazing. I really can imagine all of these type of things. I'm really grateful. I'm really lucky for that. Is how you describe. I feel a family with the Soundgarden and with Hernan and Sudbit too. I started a relationship with them, sending music around 3, 4, or maybe 5 years, and I can release music in his labels. So was amazing. Is huge. Is huge. I always want to come back. I have to come back and send more and more music. And it's super amazing that they can help you and calling you for shows and for showcase is really a huge opportunity. And I'm learned a lot about that, about them, the way they work, the way they are artists, the way they help to another artist to can reach their dreams. No, so it's super huge, and I hope one day maybe can be like them. So yeah, with like Petra, Nick, and Hernan, they are a huge inspiration for me, huge, and another artist too. But in this case, yeah, it's like that.
And I want to talk a little bit about the amazing work that Petra does for
Oh,
Soundgarden because it's really when I first got into this music, I'm like, trying to interview Hernan, trying to interview Nick, and so much of my focus was on them because they're the artists, they're the A&R, and they're the face. But in terms of what Soundgarden is all about, the more
oof,
I experience it, the more I realize how much at the center and how much at the foundation of it Petra is. And she's done such an amazing job curating what the Soundgarden is really all about.
really, yeah, I really love her. She's my friend. I feel like she's my friend, and she helped me a lot. So we need more women's like her. This is super important that have women's in the industry, like an artist, like an promoters, like producers, and so Petra is doing an amazing job. I really admire her, really, because it's a lot of work and responsibility, and she is always pushing. So yeah, she inspired me a lot. One day I hope to be like her, really, for sure.
And it's something I've never really thought about until now, but there's so much emphasis on um, promoting women as producers and DJs. But I think what Petra has shown me is that female participation on the industry side with event promotion and label, brand management for labels and things like that. I think that's equally as important because it's why the Soundgarden event feels like such not just like an inclusive and welcoming place, but it's what makes it stands out from other label showcases, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure, completely. That is a place for women's and for women's that can be leaders, can be bosses.
Yeah.
So this I don't know, it's super nice and super important, and it's historical for me. It's something that historical, and I don't know, she always can help us and give us opportunities, and together we can make history, and she's doing history for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get back to the kind of origins of your career and your origins with this music, I want to hear a little bit about this European tour. It sounds so exciting, and I know from experience that how I don't know to go so many. Let me start again. So many gigs in this underground scene is one-off gigs here, one-off gigs there. To put a tour together is is really it's almost rare. It's difficult for so many artists. So what has this experience been like? What have some of the cities that you've gone to? Like where have some of the cities that you've been performing in? And what have you seen from the different clubbing communities in the different cities and countries that you've been to?
Well, yeah, it was an important decision for me because in Argentina I'm pretty fine. I can
Yeah.
complain about that. I'm super grateful and lucky for that too. And I decided I have to travel. It was my dream to came to Europe. I'm a Spain citizen, so I have to do it. And I decided to live here in Spain and in Barcelona because I have a lot of friends and family, and I decided to came with my brother. So it's like a brother, it's like a siblings travel. Yeah, and I decided to live here like around 5 months. So that was huge for me, and I came with only 2 shows confirmed, and then I can and I was better than I expect. I can go to AD, go to Ibiza, Copenhagen, what else? Well, Spain a lot, Canarian Islands, and I can travel to another cities like Rome, now maybe Paris, London. So yeah, it's super nice, really. And yeah, was difficult but was amazing. I really learn a lot, and was super good. And I want to go on now to another cities, to another countries, and yeah, it's a lot of effort, but I can do it. So and everyone can do it, really, for sure. So it's you have to only uh, be I don't take courage and do it, and everything is gonna be fine. It's only we have to decide it and do it. It's
Yeah.
only that.
I want to touch upon that because even for me, you say it's a lot of effort, and I think so many up and coming artists in this scene are waiting for their opportunity, and they wait and they wait and they wait, and they may get discouraged if someone doesn't present an opportunity for them. And hearing your story, it's encouraging to, for up and coming artists. Um, it may take a lot of effort and it takes a lot of courage, but to go out and create your own opportunities, even if it's not a massive tour that someone's presenting to you, to say, I'm going to go out, I'm going to go find gigs, I'm going to build relationships with promoters, and I'm going to do this, with the support of friends and family and the people you work with, but I'm going to go and do this and make it happen myself.
Yeah, really was that. Yeah, it's super difficult. It's not always fair. Um, it's yeah, it's difficult and can be super frustrating all that situation. And it's a long, long way, a long, long path you have to resist. I think it's more important to keep going than to, I don't know, can, I don't know, appear in the industry. For me, it's super difficult to keep constance and continue with the path and all the bad things and left behind family, friends, partners, everything. But yeah, it's you have to know what you want, and always you have to. For me, in my case, I always have to be focused about the purpose of this, no, and maybe sometimes you have to do things that you maybe you don't want, I don't know, and maybe the money can be a problem, and but you can do it, you can solution all that and make it. And yeah, you have to have a relationship with people, with partners, with friends in the industry. And yeah, you is something that we can approach, is possible, only we have to resist.
Yeah, no, definitely. And let's go back to the beginning. I
Yeah.
read in some prior interviews that you have done, that you grew up in a musical household. Music was around you. You, without becoming a master at any instruments, gave instruments
Mm.
like guitar and piano a try. And my first question about kind of your background is, what initially drew you to electronic music? What were some of your first experiences? Who were the people that kind of introduced this music into your life?
Yeah, I'm start like a clever, like a rave. I want to the raves. So I really love the vibe, the people, the musicians, the producers, and Hernan Cattaneo is our biggest inspiration. And I went to Moonpark party and I was blowing my mind, and all his work and all his residence and all of that. And then I started with no expectation. I don't want to be a DJ, I don't want to be an artist. I was a journalist. So yeah, I'm a journalist too, so that's why I never wanted this, like it's possible for me. It's like, I don't know, it's like a hobby. I love music, I want to make something with music. Music electronic is super nice. I love this vibe, this environment, and I start to practicing and do it. And then was, I don't know what happened. Was like I was super lucky, I have a lot of opportunity and people start to trust me. And I was telling me myself, okay, I'm good, I'm really good, and I really love that, and maybe I can do it. So why I can try it this? And then in that, then be a musician and being a DJ becomes my life, become my way of living. So yeah, I decide to be an artist now. I love journalists, and journalist parts of me, but now I'm focused on music, only music. And then I will combine the both, because they are super close. You
Yeah.
know, because you do it so well, so you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, that's why I start here, and that's why I'm here. Like that is, you don't know, super crazy for me. Music choose me, for me it's super crazy.
That's really awesome, and it touches on a point that I believe is so strong about this music, is that for people that are in this community, connect with this culture, there is amongst all of us a need to make a contribution to it. And I think that's where, I fell in love with this music, and I said, well, with the skill set that I have, I'm a journalist. How can I make a contribution? And then
Yeah,
and then your desire to make a contribution just keeps on growing and growing and
yeah,
growing. And for you, it sounds like it grew from journalism, and then you like almost maybe outgrew that, and you're like, I want to contribute even more and keep progressing and keep uh giving this scene what I have to offer.
Really was like that. Really, when I was a journalist was my idea was help, I don't know, talking with another people and be interested about their lives. And then when I'm an artist, I'm always try to help in whatever I want. Sometimes I'm super busy, or sometimes I not feel well. I don't know, but yeah, I think that the idea of this is make a contribution, like you say, to be on service to the people, to the music, to I don't know, can express uh, with music situations or help you each other. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, you describe it perfectly. It's help. We are on service about the music, no, and the people, for sure.
From that decision to from that decision to wanting to make music and be an artist, that road to your first release is
Yeah.
a long one. Like, or I'm not sure in your case, but in order to production is a skill that takes so much time to develop because if you respect this music, um, I think Mike Riego broke it down for me. It's like not only do you have to make music that sounds good to you, it's like someone like Hernan has 1,000 tracks sent to him every week. It's like you're not only doing something for yourself, but he has to see something in that track to choose. He only has 12 tracks to play in a residence mix, and he has every track to pick from. Can you talk about how you kind of found your identity as a producer in that process to help even you gain some confidence?
Oh yeah, I never can imagine that I can do that. For me, I can I never can make music. I don't know. It was super difficult for me, and I don't know. I take courage and I do it, and I start making music, and I'm DJing. Was like at the same time, and for me, always producing music was super important. I can be a DJ. For me, I can be a DJ if I can be a producer. So and that make me study too, because it's a lot of responsibility and you have to study. So that's why I'm continue studying right now. And yeah, it's super crazy that people like your music. I don't know, I'm always make music for me, or maybe with, I don't know, some idea, but I really think that you have to like your music and the purpose of that. For me is to express myself. For me is to I don't know, to feel things. So yeah, that anyone can tell me, oh, your music is super fun, for me is like super crazy. And I don't know, the day I can feel anything, maybe it's the day I have to stop because I can imagine don't feel anything with that, or with the people that are around you. So yeah, it's super crazy to make music, really. And I want to be better, really, so I have to every time improve myself. So yeah, I'm in this eternal path, because for me it's something that for all your life to study, to learn, and to make. It's a journey.
Absolutely. And I think, you touched on that producing was always at the center of this musical journey for you. Because, to be a DJ, you had to be a producer as well. And I think that comes across in your identity as an artist. And it actually
Mm.
makes your performances incredibly unique because they're always, to me at least from the outside, it seems like there's always a hybrid aspect to it.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, yeah.
some live aspect to it, whether it's you incorporating live vocals into your performance or it's you doing hybrid, hybrid performances. How did this become a part of your identity as a musician? And what kind of inspired you to go down that route because it definitely makes you stand out, in my opinion.
Uh-huh. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's like with the production. I think that I'm always want to learn to do new things. That's why I decide to go a step further for me and to push myself to a new situation. For me was difficult. Everything was difficult. I have to take courage and be brave and do things with the production, with the DJ, with the hybrid DJ sets. And I think the main idea of that is to push myself to new situations and to grow and to be humans. For me, is a way to humanize the music and the performance. I think it's super cool to see, I don't know, humans, real humans, and humans that dance, that can sing, that can play instruments. And that's what I do. I maybe sometimes I can sing, and maybe sometimes I be with my band. I have two musicians on a stage in my country, and sometimes we do it like a jam, and then we compose too, and maybe some keyboards, and yeah, everything in life is super beautiful. I think has a amazing vibe. So I really love that. That's why I'm doing, and I have to study. I'm studying singing. In the past I studied too. I went to chorus, but yeah, it's to I don't know, to not get bored about the situation, and everything do it something new. I don't know in the future what happened. I really don't know. But yeah, I'm super happy about that, and I improve the performances and the situation. Now I'm growing. I'm learning now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's this misconception for up and coming producers that you have to establish your sound and lock into your sound and, and kind of I think a lot of producers feel the need to make tracks that have one specific sound over and over again. And I listen to your music and I see Guy J using an ambient track of yours to include it in one of his mixes. And can you talk to us a little bit about the benefits that you see in producing musics of all kinds? Because in my mind, it just shows that you're always challenging yourself and learning new things and growing as an artist.
Yeah. I don't want to get bored about the things, and I want to push me myself. So that's why I'm trying to do a lot of things. And I think it's super cool that you have to be specific in one thing for sure, and but you can play, I don't know, you can enjoy it. And it's difficult for sure, it's super difficult, but it's nice to see what happened, to see what I do. And sometimes gonna be super nice, and sometimes gonna be difficult. But I think that like humans, we are constantly changing. So is in our DNA. I don't know how to say. We are like that. We are always changing. We are every time we are different than in the past. So that's why it's important. I don't know, to do music, to different music, and to do music that represent a period of your life and a state of your life. You now are better than yesterday. So the music and all the things you do has to be like that for me.
For someone who dedicates themselves to productions, what does your producing routine look like on a day-to-day basis? Do you have a very kind of structured approach to your creativity, meaning that you're trying, maybe you're producing your music the same time each day in the same place? Or is it something that you're kind of doing when inspiration strikes and you have your laptop with you and wherever you are, you're doing it?
No. I'm produce every day. Now I'm in Europe, so it's a little difficult. In my country, I have my home studio, so I did every day a session. I'm always. I don't. Maybe I don't have the needed, or maybe I don't want it, but I do it the same. Every day you can do. I don't know, something. you can compose, you can start a new song, work in two songs at the same time, maybe saw a video, maybe organize your library, I don't know, something, but or listen music and inspire. So yeah, for me, it's something that you is in a habit, and you have to do it every day, and maybe just a little. Don't have to be 6 hours, or don't have to be super successful. Maybe sometimes you open the computer and you can reach anything, but you do it. And for me, it's the most important situation. And maybe, I don't know, ask for help with another musicians, friends that can tell you, this is good, this is bad, good or bad. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
Nothing is good or bad. Nothing is music, but maybe they can give you your point of view, their point of view, and it's super nice that. Or maybe so a class. I really love classes, master class, workshops. Yeah, you can. Or no, I don't know, go to the movies, to go to see movies or read books. You always have to do something that continue your growing your creativity, no? And that's work for me. I don't know for another people.
Yeah. What in your home studio, when you have
Yeah,
everything at your disposal, what are some go-to of your pieces of equipment that
yeah,
you rely on for your productions?
yeah. The speakers for sure, a keyboard, well, the computer,
What type of
maybe
monitors do you have? Can we get like nerdy about it?
Yamaha. I have
Yeah.
Yamaha 8 at home there in Argentina. I have an Arturia keyboard. I don't know how to say the word placa de audio. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, the thing that you connect the speakers, the interface, something like that. I have a Scarlett. What else? Well, these headphones to produce, because sometimes you can make noises because they are homes. And my computer, I produce with Mac and Ableton. Yeah, and microphone. I really love a microphone. Or maybe sometimes when I'm rushed, I make ideas with the phone.
Yeah.
With the phone, with the voice notes. So that is nice too. And yeah, and I don't know. I open the MacBook and start to work. And maybe I work with a song that I want to finish, or maybe I start another one, or maybe I try things. Maybe I did a lot of tries, and then I decide, this I like it. And yeah, I'm rest, and then I take the projects again, something like that can be.
Amazing. And my
Yeah,
last my last equipment question is on the DJing
yeah.
side, which is unique to every DJ, but I'm curious, what headphones do you prefer to use in the booth when you're performing?
Sennheiser,
Oh,
Sennheiser
nice.
H25.
Classic.
Yeah, yeah, because they are littles, and I don't want to. I don't know how to say. They have to. I don't want to feel like weight in my head. So that's why I like it, because there are like smaller. So I'm always use that type. I never change it. They are my first headphones, and I'm my only headphones for DJing. They
I,
are pretty good, because I don't know, they survive 5 years, 6 years. It's a lot. And yeah, they are my best friends for DJ.
it's so funny because speaking with so many DJs and
Mhm.
interviewing them, when it comes to headphones, it always seems like comfort, especially for the DJs like you that do the longer
Yeah,
sets. Seems like comfort's at the center of it. And that's not something that I'd anticipate from the outside looking in. I'd be like, oh, they must have the best hearing things. Hernan's like, no, I just need to hear the kick line up. And as long as that's why he uses his Audio Technics, because they're just
exactly.
comfortable for him. And I just thought that was
Yeah,
interesting that comfort's at the center of it.
exactly. Yeah. You can have a preference about the low, high, mid, the frequencies. Yeah, this is for sure. But for me, the comfortable situation, don't feel pain. in my
Yeah.
head. It's only about that. So that's why I love that, because they are so smaller, and I don't get pain about them. My back is not hurting. My head is not hurting about use them. I don't know, 5 hours. Hernan uses a lot, and Gaia uses a lot more time than me. But yeah, for me, the comfortable is the best decision to have to or to make, to buy a new headphones, for
Uh,
sure.
Kind of the last kind of question about the the rise of your career I have is you come across as an artist that has immense self-belief in yourself, but I'm sure at some point you received some validation from an artist that you really respect that encouraged you to continue with this journey. And I'm wondering what those moments were for you that allowed you to say, you know what, I really can do this, not just because I believe in myself, but the people that I have so much respect for are encouraging me as well.
Yeah, well, in my hometown, the first time was with a promoter, super known in Mendoza, that he called me to three super huge events, and I was like, okay, this is super important. I'm always grateful about that. The first time I played with Hernan in Mendoza, that he called me, the day I played with Guy J, for sure too, and with Nick was like that. They told me really that I will love your work, and that was super huge. And I can't believe that, really. It's not something that I can process in today. I don't know. It's something that it continue blowing my mind, that kind of people that are your masters, your teachers, say to you this, and the promoters too, that the promoter can trust in your work, is super important. The huge, and maybe the beginnings, the smallest, because they are making a lot on an effort with you. No, it's not easy to make an event, to plan an event. It's super difficult. I really admire the people that can plan and make possible a show. No, and for the artists that can choose, I like you, and you have to be with me. It's crazy, really super crazy, super crazy.
Yeah. Um, on the production side of things, in terms of people you look up to, who are the producers? I know you're always making original music, but I think we're all fans of this music. And at one point, we all said, I would love to make a track like this producer makes a
Oh,
track. And who are some of those producers for you?
well, Argentina has a lot of talent,
Yes.
a lot of talent. So yeah, I admire so much to Ezequiel Arias, to Simon Porambon. They are super crazy. There are another friends like Andres Moris, like is my brother, that he really makes a huge music. And there are a lot of musicians. I can say you everyone, but Argentina has a lot of talent. We are really amazing artists, amazing people. It's amazing, my country. I love my country so much. I miss it so much, and we are a beautiful crowd. We are a huge fans of music, really. So that's why people love to came with our countries, to our country, to Argentina, because we are like a beautiful people, super I don't know, super warm people, and we really respect the music and an artist. From for the war, yeah, well, Guy for sure. Mike Rich
Oh,
is
yeah, totally.
whoa, whoa, I really love his music, really. Women's there are a lot too. In Argentina, we have Paula Oz, we have My Lawson. There are super amazing colleagues. And in the world, we have a lot of really, really amazing DJs too and producers. And it's super, super nice. All the talents we have now in the world
Oh yeah,
is
it's amazing.
amazing. And in this moment, no, in this specific moment, we have a beautiful and important industry for me.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And my so I want to kind of bring the conversation to something outside of music, but I think kind of
Mm.
shows the resilience of you as an artist. And I never would have known this, but I was doing my research, and you overcame a diagnosis of leukemia. And that, we talk about how tough and how many obstacles there are in this path as underground artists, but you face something on a whole different level. And um, I want to ask you, what did in terms of your approach to your music career coming out of that, what were some new perspectives that going through that whole experience um, you brought into your music career and how you view you're someone
Yeah.
that's extremely optimistic and has so much self-belief and
Yeah.
I'm wondering what you took out of that experience to keep pushing forward.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for say that. Sometimes I'm not uh, aware of all you say. So yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for your appreciate your way to saw me. No, I thank you for that in first place. And in second, I think that I'm become aware of the death. No, and the importance of health. I think at the end, health is the most important thing we have. And I'm start to be to I don't know to can really enjoy the little things in life and the real things around you and your family and the people around you, no. So that's what the leukemia touch me and teach me a lot, no. I'm very lucky, really, because I'm here. I'm still here. I don't know. Oh, I receive a lot of help during this process. A lot of people help me, so really, I'm so grateful about that. And I can use all of that information to make music, to make art, no, and to speak and to I don't know, take maybe a topic and use them for compose to make music. And yeah, it's super amazing, really. It's super amazing, super crazy, all that situation. And after that I was super brave. Mm, I don't know. I feel brave and I feel okay. The most important thing is to be alive, no? And all that things, real things, I didn't don't care. I have a scare. I didn't don't care. I don't know. There are a lot another type of scares, and they are important that I don't know, maybe little things like worries or be afraid to do something in public. All that is like no. It's this is super super small compared to another situation, no? And that's what I learned, and I'm still learning, no, I'm still learning. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And in the grind and the journey of an underground artist, you play gigs that go well into the morning when the sun's coming up. You spend long hours producing. How are you keeping your health at the center and prioritizing your health in
Yeah.
an industry that we've seen routinely where personal health, both physical and mental, becomes less of a priority than
Exactly.
than trying to make it as an artist?
Yeah. Well, sleeping is the first thing. I have to sleep, so everyone has to sleep. Go to therapist is super important for me. Go to the gym, eat pretty well when we can do it, no. And yeah, I don't know, have important and people that we love next to us. It's like a little cliche, but it's real. When we are with our family or people that we love, they take care of us, and you can take care of them. So yeah, I think that you have to balance, no? And you can be healthy, and you can don't take drugs or don't smoke or don't uh, drink alcohol and have a night life. No, you can do it. Only you have to sleep and take care and love yourself, because it's a way of love, no? And to ask for help if you need it. Sometimes it's alone. Sometimes you can feel alone, or you can feel bad, or you are depressed. So that's why you have to ask for help and have a therapist, or do things that really can help you. The nature helped me a lot to go to natural places, or maybe traveling is something that really grounds me, really.
Yeah, no, thank you for sharing that. And no, it's nice. I think it's something that the up and coming artists who are, trying so hard to make it sometimes discard, but you need a balance in your life to be able to just be able to give your best effort, whether it's in
Mhm.
the studio, in the DJ booth, but also to your friends and families and the relationships that you have. So
Exactly.
no, I think that's awesome. I want to conclude this interview with from ADE to New Year's, it feels like time moves so quickly and things happen so fast. But my last question is what can your fans look forward to in terms of future projects coming from you for the end of the year and also in 2025 that you can share with us?
Okay. Yeah, I have a few releases that has to be out uh, in the next months. I have another labels that I want to reach, so I'm super focused of this. And I have to return to my country, to Argentina, because I have shows there. It's summer, so I have to approach summers in the world.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to move. Yeah, but I will come back to Europe for sure. It's only for a few months. Maybe an American tour, something like that.
Oh
I
my
really
gosh,
want to.
amazing.
Yeah, I really want to travel. So yeah, I have to think about that, to organize. Yeah, but it's the idea to keep doing music, and I don't know, maybe better than yesterday, that the year before, maybe with more quality. Less is more now for me. So that is the idea in the production, and traveling around the world if I can do it. So yeah, that's the plan.
Uh, Amazing. Well, I wish
Yeah.
you nothing but the best of luck. I
Oh, thank
I was a
you.
big fan, and after meeting you and after this conversation, I'm an even bigger fan. I
Oh, I
and I still have
know.
so much more of your music to go and explore. So I'm just so stoked. This was one of my favorite episodes I've ever recorded. So
No,
thank
really.
you. Yeah,
Oh.
definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining
Oh,
today.
thank you.
No, it's been an honor, and I hope you have a great rest of the year.
Oh, I thank you. Thank you so much. I'm your fan. Thank you. Really, thank you. It's super nice to talk with you.
Yeah,
Really.
thank you so much.
Thank you.